What is up, dudes, dudettes, and all my beautiful brawlers of the interwebs? Bloody Nugs here, back live from the PAX East show floor with another wonderful interview here at Memories Reach on the PAX Rising Showcase. I'm here with actually one of the team.
My name's Ben. Yes,
Ben?
I'm the lead developer, creative director, basically almost everything in the game.
All the things in one. Well, how are you doing, Ben? How are you liking the show so far?
I'm loving this show. It's my first time doing PAX in the US. It's been great.
It's been great. I'm so glad to hear that. How has the reception been for Memories Reach?
Also great. People are loving it. Get a lot of people playing. Constantly someone on there giving it a go, and everyone loving it. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I was like, so tell the people at home a little bit about Memories Reach.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's adventure puzzle cross Metoridvania. So it's like an exploratory puzzle game where you're exploring this world, solving puzzles, and as you solve like the major puzzle in each area, you'll unlock a new ability. And that might be a new way of moving through the world or a new tool for solving different kinds of puzzles. And that will allow you to access areas you previously couldn't get to or new areas. And so gradually the world expands and opens up more and more as you play. So it's really an attempt to kind of blend the genres of adventure puzzle game and Metroidvania together. Yeah.
And when you think of Metroidvania, you're looking more in the aspect of the exploration, the navigation, how, like you mentioned, you get a new power-up. It allows you to go back to a different way in the past in an area that you may not have been able to access now.
Exactly, yeah. So I know a lot of Metroidvanias tend to be 2D platformers, but to me personally, a big aspect of the Metroidvania genre is the progression gated by abilities and the way the world kind of unlocks and expands as you go. So I'm trying to take that aspect of the genre and merge it with puzzle solving. So I see it as like Metroidvania, but instead of like shooting or fighting monsters, you solve puzzles.
Yeah, and I thought it really caught my attention as I'm a huge puzzle person. I was like, I love using my brain, really thinking about it, because it changes the way that you look and approach a lot of different situations, the way you look at the problem that it presents and how you solve it. Because some of them completely give you no hints. So it's a lot about trying to figure it out, and there's others that kind of guide you. And it really starts to make you change your perspective on how you interact with the world, and really opens up a lot.
Yeah. So hints are a thing I'm really trying to focus on with this one. Like, I want to avoid going down the path of giving explicit written hints, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather make it intuitive and give enough sort of subtle guidance that the information is there to help you along if you need it, sort of thing, right?
Kind of like what they did with The Witness, right? It held your hand in the very beginning when you first learned a new puzzle to kind of get you to understand how those puzzles work. But then after the first few, they do less and less, and it's kind of just figuring out and exploring.
Yeah. So I'm sort of trying to do a similar kind of thing. It's like really ease you into the concept of it and some of the first early easy ones. But then, expand and build upon that. Once you've got a grasp of how the mechanics of the puzzle work, start throwing more difficult challenges at you, right?
Yeah.
One thing I want to do as well is give feedback in the UI. So you'll notice when you play, here on the puzzle, the UI at the moment is all placeholder. It's all kind of flavor. But up in the top right corner there's like this waveform. So what I want to do is use that, but in an interactive way. So as you complete more of the puzzle and get closer to the correct answer, so the waveform starts to come in sync or provide some other kind of feedback. So you can kind of get this visual feedback that you're on the right track.
Yeah, so it kind of helps that you're not sitting there stuck on it getting agitated. Be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And sometimes it can be like, when you finally figure it out, you realize, I was off by, if it's like a code that you have to figure out in the world based on things around, it's like, really, I was off by one number, and you're just like, how was I supposed to get that? But here it's just like, okay, you're getting close, here's the way to tell. So you're not sitting there kind of feeling agitated because of the fact that it's like, you don't want to be stuck, right? You don't want them to feel like, okay, this puzzle was too much, but to let them know it's like, hey, you're on the right track, your thought process is, change it up a little bit and see where it goes.
Exactly. And these sort of puzzles, I have the opportunity to do that. And there's a variety of different kinds of puzzles in the game, right? So there's holographic terminals like this that come in a variety of different types. But then there's also like environmental puzzles, like think of it like a Legend of Zelda style dungeon puzzle where you might have to like move boxes around or rotate a pillar or raise and lower bridges. Right. So you get that kind of like room style puzzle. And then up from that, every environment in the game has at least one large sort of meta puzzle where the entire environment is kind of like one giant puzzle. So you kind of have to like step back a bit and look at it holistically, figure out how all the components fit together, and then navigate or manipulate the environment in order to proceed.
Okay.
So, and that stuff is a lot more challenging to like provide kind of like immediate feedback for.
Yeah, it's
the more challenging puzzles in the game.
Yeah, and with that here is like when you start making the difficulty a little bit more, I was like, you still kind of want to reward and kind of let them know if they're doing the right thing here, but it also allows for a lot more experimentation for them, because sometimes people's approach to a puzzle may be completely different yet still come to the right answer. It's like how nothing is ever exactly the same way. I was like, and that's what's the beauty about puzzle games, is that yes, there's always the right way to do it, but then sometimes people think things differently but come to the right answers. And with being able to kind of go towards that, it allows for a lot more freedom. And especially in a game that you're opening for exploration and really trying to change things up, I think that would actually be wonderful to have.
Yeah, so there's a few parts where you'll have a bit more freedom to how you approach an area, and whether you some areas will have a preset solution. It's like, here is the puzzle, figure out the solution, right? But other cases, it's like you just have to, find where something is hidden maybe, and then, how you get there might depend on what abilities you've got at the time and what you use to get there. And that's fun too. So,
Exactly.
I want to give people the freedom to branch out a bit, take the game at their own pace. Sometimes follow the main path, other times branch off, do other side content, come back to it,
and that's wonderful. It's like you're really looking at this like that Metroidvania style. You're really going in with that mindset, but focus on the fact that it's puzzles. You're not trying to do combat or anything like that. So kind of being able to say, hey, this puzzle can have 6 different ways you can figure it out, depending on if you have this or that. I was like, and allowing people to kind of go at their own pace in those certain areas while still having the puzzles that are fixed.
Yeah, so the game kind of, I guess, starts out fairly contained and fairly linear, and then as you get more and more abilities, more of the game opens up. And so I'd like to think that by the time you've got all the main abilities, you're probably about halfway to 2/3 of the way through the game. And at that point, the entire game is open to you. You know what your objective is, and what you need to do to finish it, without getting out of spoilers. It involves multiple places around the game world, which you can kind of do in any order at that point. And so a lot of the game is more open to you, it's more freedom for all.
Okay, cool. So with the game, what platforms are you aiming to launch the game on? Is there an estimated time frame on when it'll be coming out?
Cool, yeah, so it's going to launch first on PC and Mac. You'll be able to get it on Steam and probably other stores, undecided yet which ones those will be, but definitely on Steam. And then consoles, so Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch will come, 6-12 months later.
Sometime later.
Sometime later, yeah. It's one-person development team, so it'll come when
you're able to do it. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So I've been working on it for about 2 years.
Okay.
It's probably got hopefully less than a year left.
Okay.
I'm aiming to get it out end of this year.
End of the year.
Well, I'm not making promises.
Yeah, just kind of a rough estimate.
I'm aiming for that. Yeah.
Aiming for it. And that's perfectly fine. We understand here, especially in these cases of being a one-man team or even a small team here, is that...
Yeah, I should clarify, it's not just me. I have... So the sound, the music, and the writing is being done by other people.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the art, the design, the programming, the rest of the game...
The non-creative stuff in a certain sense.
Well, no, that's all creative stuff.
Oh, yeah. But in this case here, you're doing a lot of the other work here outside of those parts here. So that's completely understandable. Trying to do it all yourself here, and things pop up, things happen. There's always setbacks and stuff like that here. But it's great that you have an idea on when you're trying to get it out. But completely understand if gets pushed back. I know it's definitely caught my attention. As I said, I love puzzles, and glad to know where you're looking for on PC and potentially consoles for those people who play them later on. So with that being said, I do want to thank everyone for stopping by and checking it out here. Make sure you go follow Memories Reach. Are you on any socials where they can follow you at?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok. It's usually at 100 Stones Games. 100 Stones is interactive on Instagram. All those socials are on my website, 100stonesinteractive.com or memoriesreach.com. You find the game there. The game is available wishlist on Steam, and this demo is also on Steam now as well, so you can go and play it right now. So, yeah.
All right. Well, y'all heard him right there, guys. I was like, if y'all have it on Steam, make sure y'all go and wishlist the game, as well as check out the demo. Just play it for yourselves. Make sure to give all the feedback that y'all can. go and support the team over here at 100 Stones. I do want to thank you so much for letting me come and talk with you here, Ben. It's been a wonderful time, and can't wait to play the game when it releases.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Until next time, guys, make sure you'll stay following here for all the other news that we'll be bringing you live from the show floor. Until then, peace out, and check you later.